Hi, welcome. Today we're going to work on variables in Python. Computers use variables to keep track of different information. You and I can remember things like today's date, what we had for breakfast, our name, the color of our socks, a whole variety of information. But computers aren't as smart as us. They need to be told to remember certain things, pieces of information, so that we can reuse it later on in a computer program. So for example, if I wanted to keep track of my current Pokemon, I can set a variable named Pokemon equal to Ninja. So Pokemon is the name of my variable and Ninja is the value. So right now we're telling the computer to remember anytime I use this word, Pokemon, I'm referring to this piece of information. So we can see that by actually printing this variable out and running our program. Down here, you can see probably, hopefully, that it prints out the Pokemon's name because we've told the computer to remember it. So this is really powerful because now that the computer remembers this information, we can use it later on. You'll notice that we put Greninja's name in these quotations. So that's to tell Python that this is a text or a string. There are different types of variable that are used for different pieces of information. So string variable keeps track of text. If we want to keep track of how much health we have, we can use a integer, which is just a number, a whole number, and we can assign that as a value of 1,000. So we can print HP, run the program again, and we can see that the computer now understands what the word Pokemon and HP mean. If we try to print something else like the attack, let's say we want to know the value of our attack and we try to run the program, we get an error saying that attack is not defined. So what that means is the computer doesn't understand what attack means, even if you and I know, okay, Greninja has certain attacks and they take off certain damage. So the computer hasn't learned this piece of information yet. We can set attack equal to a value. You can pause the video here and guess if we're going to use a string or an integer type. We're going to use an integer because the attack is a number value. Now when we rerun the program, the computer knows that the attack, the value for the attack is 120, and we can print it out. We can also change this information. So we can say we leveled up and now the attack is 140. If we print it again, we can see that first it printed a value of 120, and that corresponds to when we assigned a value of 120. Assigning means we tell the program what the value is for the variable. It printed 120, and then later on when we changed it and printed again, it was 140. So we can add some information here to help us keep track of what we're printing out. We can say my Pokemon is, I'll put an F over here. So this syntax, or the way that we write out this code, tells Python that we are printing some information in text. But in the squiggly brackets, we want to print out the value of this variable. When we run the program now, it says my Pokemon is Greninja. So we can do the same thing over here. We can say that, let's say we wanted to say Greninja's HP is, we can use the Pokemon variable again. So Python will understand that we want to say Greninja because that's our current Pokemon. So Greninja's HP is 1,000. We can try this again with attack. So we can say The attack is this, and then we can say the Greninja's new attack is, and print it again. So here we have my Pokemon is Greninja, HP is 1,000, attack is 120, and the new attack is 140. So in this video, we learned about variables in Python. Variables allow the computer to remember key information that we'll use in our program. We learned two different types of variables. There are string types, which is text, and integer, which is whole numbers. We saw that we can print out these values using these squiggly brackets to tell Python that we are interested in the value of this variable rather than actually printing the word Pokemon or HP or attack. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. If you would like other topics to be covered, you can also list those below. You can check out some other videos on MyHomeworkRewards for math and science content. Have a great one, and we'll see you soon.